we were down on the steps of Mellon Bank and on the sidewalk by the bank with the coffin because we were talking about the death of the American dream and the need to resurrect our economy and resurrect our middle class, and that was the reason for the coffin theme. And we heard this chant approaching, and here came the steel workers with their union chant going on, and they heard us talking. That's the point where we were going from person to person, talking about the amount of money that the banks had gotten in terms of bailouts, how much money they had made off of that, and then the foreclosures they had been involved in, and the unpayable student loan debt. And as the steelworkers heard us, even over their own chanting, they actually stopped and joined with us for a while and joined in our rally. And at one point, we did a union chant with them, but then someone spoke up and said, you know what? It's not that we're anti-union. We love the unions. We drive on union roads. We know that these buildings were built by the steel workers. We know that almost everything in our lives here touches on the unions. But you know what? This is bigger than the unions. You have unions, you have unemployed people, you have managers, you have students, you have all sorts of people who are concerned about the state of the economy right now. And instead of chanting, who's got the power, union power, let's all just once chant, who's got the power, people power. And the unions joined in with that. So anyone who wants to say that in some way, the unions are just for the unions, that's not true. The unions were there for us, and it was lovely. It was great.
I have talked with a lot of young people who say, gee, I wish I had been born in the 60s to see all the demonstrations and the equal rights movement. It's back.
I was born in the 60s, and I guess I was too young to see some of that. I did see a little bit of it in the 70s. I also saw a lot of things that were not so cool that we sort of forget about. It was not nice to be a black person. It was not necessarily safe to be a woman. Free love was great, but there were a lot of things that people don't want to talk about that really ruined their lives as well. I think the best part of the 60s, at least the protest part of it, is back, and I hope that another thing that we get from the 60s is the idea that it is the point of government to serve the people, and it is government by and for the people, as opposed to it being the people's job to somehow mysteriously serve the government. Because I think we've also lost that. We get people driving by on a Saturday, of all things, yelling at us to get a job. It's Saturday, for Pete's sake. We're not supposed to be working right now. It's okay. It's okay. The economy should work in such a way that people can work hard all week and have jobs to work hard at, and then they should actually have just a little money to spend and just a little time to spare to actually enjoy the weekend. Okay, the weekend, brought to you by unions, as they say.
And maybe go to see a movie by Michael Moore?
You could do worse. Sure, why not?
Well, thank you very much for your comments.
Okay.